Hi, I'm Katie Petrowski, award-winning career counselor and host of Career Wow, a targeted resume, one that's been created specifically to position you for the next step in your career, can be one of your most effective career tools. And that's what we're talking about today, targeted resume development. And we're doing so here at Platte River Power Authority's Rawhide Energy Station, which is so perfect because a targeted resume can power your career forward. You will need the resume development worksheets available on your company's Career Wow portal. So print those off and let's get started. Platte River Power Authority is a not-for-profit wholesale electricity generation and transmission provider that delivers reliable, low-cost, and environmentally responsible energy to its owner communities of Estes Park, Fort Collins, Longmont, and Loveland, Colorado. And to help energize us through the target resume development process, please meet Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Woo. Tell everyone what you do here at the Rawhide facility.
I am the Power Production Business Manager, so I provide financial updates to the Rawhide management team.
That sounds like a fascinating line of work.
I love it.
Why were you interested in participating in this segment, Targeted Resume Development?
I really just wanted to learn the process of creating a targeted resume.
That's a smart tool to have in your career toolbox. The steps that we'll go through today, first I'll have you complete Success Database Development because that will help focus you and provide excellent content for your document. I'll then have you complete the worksheets associated with this module, Targeted Resume Development. We'll get together and talk about how all those pieces can go together into an effective resume. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, let's get going. Kristen, it looks like you've completed the worksheets we talked about.
Yes.
You did the Success Database worksheet, thinking through a focus and also your relevant achievements. And then it looks like you also did the Targeted Resume worksheet.
I did, yes.
You told me before that you love your job and you're not really looking to make a move right now, but you'd like to understand the process of creating a targeted resume. So you've chosen a focus for this resume process that we go through today. And what have you chosen as your focus?
I wanted to focus on a leadership position, so I decided to go with the purchasing and warehouse supervisor.
And what did you come up with as the key skill areas for this position, like the three most important responsibilities?
I think the first one would be finance and purchasing.
Okay, I would agree. That's an excellent skill to focus on. How about the second one?
Leadership.
Yep, it's a supervisory position. And the third?
And teamwork.
Teamwork, very good. This is a great time to introduce the Career Wow Mystery Bag.
It's a dress-up doll.
It is a dress-up doll. And what is she dressed up as?
She is a photographer.
And the point I like to make with this is she's projecting an image with the clothes that she's wearing. Just like you have a whole closet of career experiences, right? But when you're presenting yourself on a resume, you don't necessarily want to list everything in your closet. She would look ridiculous if she wore everything in her closet, right?
She would.
Right. So she was very strategic about what she put on for this photographer outfit. Now I've got something else in the mystery bag.
It's another outfit.
It is. It's for...
She's an astronaut.
She's an astronaut, which looks very different than her as a photographer, right?
Yes.
So in thinking about your background relevant to this particular focus, you're pulling items out of your closet that focus on these key skill areas. Whereas if you were targeting another focus for your next career step, your resume would focus on different key skill areas. Just like our dress-up doll would wear different outfits for different careers she wanted to portray. From here, what I'd like to do is talk about the content that you've come up with relevant to this target for your resume project. What have you come up with in the finance and purchasing area?
For finance, my job right now relates a lot to finance. I do a lot of financial reporting.
And how about in the purchasing area?
You know, I have some purchasing experience, some reorders, and some special requests.
Perfect. How about in the area of leadership?
I just completed a 2-year leadership development program at Platte River, and so I was able to get a lot of leadership training throughout the last 2 years.
I heard there was a big project connected to that.
There was. I worked with a team from another division to develop a work process.
And what was the result of that project?
Well, they now have a document that they use to help them with their day-to-day work using some software.
That would be excellent content to talk about in your resume, particularly related to this purchasing warehouse supervisor focus. And in the area of teamwork, what did you come up with there?
Again, that leadership development project was a great example of teamwork in addition to just my day-to-day work.
You have, believe it or not, all of the key pieces you need to do a draft targeted resume. That's pretty exciting.
Great.
You've got your focus, you've got your 3 key skill areas, you've thought through some relevant content, and then on the worksheets, you've documented your work history and your educational background. From here, let's talk about which format will work best for you as you put this draft together.
Okay, sounds good.
Kristen, there are many ways to present your resume information, thousands of different resume formats. Bottom line, you want to present your information so that it's most effective for the goal that you're seeking. We'll talk about 2 primary resume formats. They're the most popular. The first is chronological, and in a chronological format, you're presenting your background in a step-by-step historical presentation, starting with your most recent job and then back into earlier jobs. It would include the title, the job responsibilities, and some relevant achievements. Another format is the functional format. Functional works best when you're making a career change or entering a workforce, like someone fresh out of college, for example, because what you can do with a functional resume is focus more on the key skill areas and provide content that's relevant to those key skill areas. So you don't necessarily need to show a lot of work history. Instead, you're showing more content around your expertise. So given that, which format do you think would work best for your resume focus?
I think the functional.
And why do you think that?
I think because it's more of a career change.
Yes, I would agree. I totally agree with that. So you have the content for a resume draft, and I'd like for you to go to work in putting together the first take on this document. Do your best. I've provided some examples with the worksheets. There's one here, Cynthia Job Seeker, and that's a resume format for functional resume. And then we can get together and see how it's going for you. Additional tips for helping you develop an effective resume. Whenever possible, include content that provides concrete evidence of your expertise. Back up your claims with specific data, such as dollar amounts, percentages, increases in effectiveness, for example. Determine the number of pages for your resume based on your content and career goal. For positions that require 5 or more years of experience, for example, a 2-page resume is acceptable. For entry-level positions, a 1-page resume is usually adequate. Regardless of the length, be sure that the bulk of the content is relevant to the position you're targeting. Keep in mind that your targeted resume should present a picture of where you're going in your career rather than simply document where you've already been. Always ask yourself, is this detail clearly relevant to my career goal? And if it's not, maybe you should leave it out. Finally, consider having a resume professional review and polish your documents. Most people aren't resume writing experts, yet an expertly written resume can be one of your strongest career tools. For a reasonable fee, a nationally certified resume writer can review and polish your resume and cover letter, increasing their effectiveness. Hey, Kristen.
Hi, Katie.
What do you got
A
there?
resume for you to take a look at.
Oh, you got it finished.
I did.
All right, so let me take a peek here. Oh, it's looking awesome. I can see that you've incorporated a lot of the concepts that we talked about today. So, Kristen, how has this process been for you?
It's been really helpful to go through the process and learn how to create a targeted resume.
And it'll be super helpful throughout your career. That sounds like a career wow win to me. So to recap the process Kristen went through, initially she completed the Success Database Development module to help her with her focus and content for her targeted resume. She then completed the resume development worksheets associated with this module, and then she thought through which format would make the most sense for her career goal and put together a draft. From there, she showed her document, her resume, to someone she trusted and asked for input. And then she put it all together, and I got to see it, and it looks great. Well, I hope today was as much fun for you as it was for us, and that you got some great ideas to spark your career development. I look forward to when we get together next time.
People want to know how much you care before they care how much you know. Especially as you move into positions of more leadership, it's not about how smart you are or what you've accomplished. Being sincere and genuinely taking care of your people is what creates success.